Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. We have a great studio audience today. We have great guests today. And I have the best darn Kendall you ever did see. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jason. Hi. Thank you. Really nice to come to work and people clap for you. I clap for Ted, though, by the way. Hey, everybody. Please give it up for my good friend. It's Kendall Mark.
Hi.
How you doing? Hello.
Are you intentionally matching our audience today?
I know, I didn't intentionally. I had no idea that I was going to match a large portion of the audience, but yeah, I didn't know. Now, the ladies in the front row, two of them sitting on our now famous Oprah chairs, they are from the legendary North Oaks rummage sale that we visit every year. I usually go, but this year we mixed it up a little bit. Producer Ted went.
Did he
and
ever?
I think Ted was a good luck charm. They raised $215,000. Yeah. And it goes to Children's Hospital, right? That's right. I don't know why am I asking. I've said that 4 million times over 8 seasons, but
just in case.
They do such a good job. And if you haven't seen that piece, bravo to Ted. Ted was funnier than I could ever be, and it's on our YouTube page. He did such a great, he basically.
Such a model.
Yeah, he was in a tank top, for heaven's sake. Speaking of that, I'm almost done shooting my movie. I can't believe I'm not serious, but we're doing this movie thing for charity from my radio station, and it's done. I mean, we're done shooting. It's in the editing suite.
Bravo.
Thank you. It's in the editing suite, and yeah, I look real pretty in this. Let me tell you, woo! Thank God I'm married, because I wouldn't get any dates off this movie.
Or too many.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a good look at I'm like, woo, yeah. I'm wearing outfits I would normally never wear in my life, and I'm way out of my comfort zone.
Are there like Canadian tuxedos? Because I love a good Canadian tuxedo. Is this?
No, I said it on the show yesterday. Mm-hmm. I show more of my body than I'm ever comfortable sharing, and it was, and then there's a love scene.
Eric is buying a ticket.
Yeah,
okay?
There's a love scene, and I don't know what I got myself into, but yeah.
I'm so excited for this love scene.
Yeah, I think there's 2 actually.
Oh,
so
good.
yeah, there's not that you just needed. Yeah, no, believe me, it's rated very PG-13. I'll just say that. Yeah. Hey, now we have the North Oaks folks in, and then we have a group in from Bobby and Steve's Auto World. There we go. Yeah. Now, so our question is, if they're here, who's at Bobby and Steve's? No, they have a second. I know. So if you need to get your car fixed, go there. But the rest of them are here partying with me. So yeah, good luck on that one. There you go. Yeah. I love. Really quick story, and I mean this. I'm not just saying it because I'm looking at them, but I've told basically every story on this show, but I just thought of this. In my 20s, I always talk about, usually in your 20s, you have maybe 2 pennies and a dime to your name.
But you have fun.
You had fun in your 20s, but I had 1 dime and 1 nickel, and that was about it. And my tire, I had a little Dodge Neon, and my tire blew. And I cried because I was really stressed. I could barely make rent. And I went to the downtown Minneapolis Bobby and Steve's. This is a true story. And they were like, oh, well, usually we have to do 2 tires or 4 tires. And I don't know anything about cars. But the guy, the manager, was so nice. I think he felt sorry for me because I was like, oh! And they gave me such a good deal. They said, it's a Dodge Neon. You don't need real fancy tires. Mm-hmm. Here's the tires that I'm going to sell you. and they charged me basically cost. And they were so nice, and I'll never ever forget that. They were so kind to me, and that was, I don't know, $299, $2,000, so or somewhere around there. So thanks, guys, I appreciate it. Yeah, good people there. Really nice to me. Yeah, I always remember that. So let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. First up, we don't like to start with sad stuff, but this is just a big deal in the pop culture world. Sad news. Rapper Coolio died yesterday. It's unbelievable. He's so young. TMZ first broke the news saying that he died in the bathroom. Paramedics suspect he suffered a cardiac arrest. We don't know, obviously it just happened, so we don't, as they say, the official cause has not been determined. Police say there were no drugs found at the scene. Now, stop with the teleprompter for just a second. I just checked the TMZ and they do have an update. I guess the paramedics tried to resuscitate him for 45 minutes. Right. That piece of news just broke. For you youngins out there, Coolio rose to fame in the 90s thanks to his hit song Gangsta's Paradise off the Dangerous Minds soundtrack. My goodness, that song in the 90s, man, it was everywhere. Michelle Pfeiffer wrote that she's heartbroken. She was in that movie. She praised the song, saying that's the reason the film had the success that it did. And she still gets chills when she hears it. Yeah, it is what Michelle is absolutely right. Yes, the movie was good, but sometimes a good soundtrack can elevate a movie even more, and that is an example. I mean, think of Titanic with the Celine Dion song, or The Bodyguard. The movies are good by themselves, but you marry that with great music, boom, you're off. You're off to the races.
And I know that song.
Totally.
Like, I know that song more than I know the movie.
I'm sorry?
I know the song more than I know the movie. I mean...
You just proved Michelle Pfeiffer's point, yeah.
Right.
Have you ever seen the movie?
No.
No, and you won't probably.
No, I've heard the song a bajillion times, though.
I actually don't even remember the movie. And I was in high school at the time. Oop, old. Next on the dish, the Amber Heard, thank you, second row. The next on the dish, the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. I know. Don't worry, this isn't an update. Captivated the nation earlier this year, and filmmakers have been busy ever since. Tubi has, Tubi has the first it's an app. I think do we own that?
We own it, yes.
Oh, great, I'm gonna be fired in minutes. Fox owns it. Tubi has the first film post-verdict. Girl, that verdict was just 4 days ago. They already pumped out a movie? Oh, this is not a joke. I haven't seen this. Let's look at the trailer.
All rise. Court is now in session.
Miss Heard has defamed Mr. Depp by calling him an abuser.
Look, man, look what she said about me.
It's day one of the Depp versus Heard defamation trial. Though the fans are showing support for both sides, there's clearly a favorite here.
The drug use and the medications had gotten so bad, and it scared me.
Girl just wants some attention.
It didn't happen.
Borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder.
Another one with James Franco.
Are you jealous of him too?
This is not life. No one should have to go through this.
I'm so tired of this. I can't keep doing it.
This trial, it's about the truth.
It did tell the truth.
I have the right to say what happened to me.
You listen to her lies, her allegations.
Your Honor, may we introduce the next tape?
Can't wait to see what's next.
Well, that looks horrible. Hot take, the Depp Heard trial hits Tubi tomorrow. And I have to legally tell you, Tubi is owned by her parent company, Fox. Yes, that's right, yes.
Sure is.
How did they write that? I made a joke, but I'm not.
I don't know.
The trial, I'm not kidding. Now look, it looks like it was shot on an iPhone, so
it's like a very Lifetime movie.
So I guess, photographer Eric could have shot it. No, I mean, photographer Eric stuff.
Well, let's not put him down like that.
Let me, audience. Eric knows what I mean.
Yes.
Eric could have shot a motion picture
by himself
that looks like a Tubi production.
Tubi. Yeah.
Can we go to commercial? Is that possible? No, I have one more
Are we
story, don't
fired?
I think, yeah, Fox is gonna. Next in the dish, note to self: don't get into a discussion with Oprah about religion. Shania, headline was everywhere yesterday. Shania Twain learned that lesson the hard way. So here's the deal: on a recent podcast, Shania says that she went to Oprah's for a dinner one time, like late '90s. Everything was great. Everything. They talked about, man, I feel like a woman, everything. But then the topic, thank you, Jeff. I need it today. The topic turned to religion. And if you don't know, Oprah is very religious, like very. I mean, if you are a fan of Oprah, you know that. Very spiritual too. Shania calls herself more spiritual. She says that she likes to debate things, but Oprah was not down for a God debate. Nope. So Shania quickly changed the subject to the charcuterie board or something or whatever. Oprah's Cocker Spaniel or whatever. Yeah. It is one of those things where Oprah definitely has her beliefs. I am surprised though, because Oprah, she's a good debater.
Yeah.
And she seems open to other viewpoints. That's what her show, I mean, look at her show.
Right.
So this surprised me, actually.
It does, and Shania was saying in Canada we debate everything. It's like very normal just to kind of go back and forth with things, culturally speaking. She's like, so she was surprised about it. I wonder if she said something that just took it too far.
Maybe.
Because if if you're really set on your religious beliefs, like you can get deeply offended by something.
Well,
you know?
again, what is it? You never talk about politics and religion with company.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Listen to Shania. We're going to take a break. We have a lot more to come when we come back. Back in a moment, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Mila Kunis was on with Kimmel last night, and she talked about getting ready for the appearance. Because, you know, it's when you go on these shows, you got to get your makeup and your hair people and light people. And that's, turn on the lights. And that's our late night rewind.
You go on these press tours and you do your wardrobe fitting, wherever in LA, and then they pack things up for you. And like, this is for this show, this is for this show, for the premiere, whatever. You never really talk about it ever again, but they usually set it all up so that all the clothing is with you. So I show up here, and I open my garment bag to put on this dress and this shoes, but there's no bra, no underwear, and no socks. Why I wasn't wearing those garments either is a whole other story, which we can get into at a later time. But I looked around and I went, I think we have a problem. So I'm currently wearing my publicist bra, my manager's socks, and your costume department found children's leggings from the children's place that we have cut into underwear. So I am wearing children's underwear, Cami Curtis socks, and Melissa's bra.
Wow. Oh, now that's damn funny. Now that just tickled me to death there.
No big deal.
Have you ever had something like that happen? Because people that don't know, I'm so proud of Kendall. She was a sports broadcaster before she came and decided to put up with us. Have you ever had a moment
of panic because
of,
I don't have
you forgot
something?
This or that?
Yes, it has absolutely. Well, and even just here, I've had wardrobe malfunctions. Like it's happened twice where my dress has ripped and we've had an audience and I'm like,
oh, that's right. Your dress did rip during the show.
Yes, and the one time the guest told me.
In front of children.
Yes,
that's
it was
right.
the high school. You guys, I mean, we have great audiences all the time, but this was like the one time we had this high school group of kids. And I'm like, these high school boys, and there was this hole from the zipper right where like my butt is. And one of the guests was like, hey, honey, like I'm just gonna let you know.
So she
got a little hole.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't mean to cut you off, but what my favorite part was, Kendall had to exit the studio walking this way. Like she could, because the audience, if you don't know, the audience is right there. So she had to walk with her front facing the audience and scooted out so the teenagers wouldn't see her butt.
I was like, Jason, don't leave. If you move and leave me,
no, I wouldn't do that. You were
I
covered you the whole time.
He's like,
yeah.
She's walking, people.
Yeah,
she's walking.
Our hot dish now continues with our insider to the stars. Please welcome from the Hollywood Raw podcast, Dax Holt. Hi, Dax.
Hello. Good morning, guys.
How you doing, buddy?
Good morning, audience. Yes.
Yes. You had a WWE superstar on the show. Talk to me.
Yeah, we had Drew McIntyre, and Jason, I'm not a huge wrestling fanatic by any means. But I really enjoy having these superstars on the podcast because they're some of the most interesting people you can sit down with. They really have massive personalities, and Drew did not disappoint whatsoever. Really fun guy to chat with. We got into all the serious stuff like, who is the sweatiest guy you've ever had to face off in the ring with?
Hard-hitting journalism, Dax. Hard-hitting journalism.
We go for the tough questions that no one else wants to ask is really what it comes down to. Also, what are the locker room setups like for all these big WWE shows? Is it like you get your own private locker room, or because you're going to a stadium, you get the communal locker room so y'all are just walking around, hanging out everywhere? We need to know all the important stuff there. But we did get into at his house. When I think of wrestling and I think of Hulk Hogan, on his TV show, he had a shrine to himself in his home with all the memorabilia. And I just said, Drew, do you also have a shrine to yourself? He goes, no, I don't have a shrine. I do like to keep things from each show as kind of just a memento to remind me of that big show. But he said, I found a secret room in my house. And it was inside of a closet, there was a little door he didn't know existed that opened up into a bigger room. He said, that's where I keep all my stuff because you'd never be able to find it.
That's okay. I'm almost speechless. That's how you know you have a big house, when you run into hidden rooms or hidden closets. I was like, when you started to say that sentence, you're like, and he found a hidden closet. I'm like, what, is he gonna find a little gay man in there? What how? Oh, the audience is not tracking with me today. Anyway, whew, I need an oil change after this show. God. Okay. Whew. Anyway, Dax, hey, can I compliment you with that behind? Now, I know what that is behind you, that YouTube award. What does that mean again?
So this one was, you remember when I was doing Hollywood Pipeline?
Yeah.
This was that YouTube channel. This is what we got. So once you pass 100,000 subscribers, they will send you out a YouTube plaque.
Oh, no.
Cool.
There we go.
So I'm working on it for Hollywood Raw now. So
Dax,
help me out on the subscribers on Hollywood Raw. We need a bunch.
Absolutely, we will. Yes, we will, Dax. Thank you, buddy. Have a good week. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you. You can find the Hollywood Raw podcast wherever you find your podcasts. That's right. Next to the dish. Snoop Dogg was a contestant on... Oh, this will make everything better. Snoop Dogg was on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Oh, okay. This is the best thing of my week. And some of his guesses had viewers on the floor. Look at this.
And it's Snoop.
Baking onions?
No, everybody else is in it now. Amanda?
Baking brownies.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Swallowing the knot?
No, that's not right. Everybody else now. Amanda.
Sweetening the pot?
Yeah, there you go.
Snoop? Airport teacher.
No, everybody else now. Amanda.
Acting teacher.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Airport teacher. Can we just run that for the last half hour? Please?
He always got the ball rolling. It just rolled the wrong way.
God, I love Snoop. Snoop ended up winning $30,000 for his charity. Yeah. Laugh if you will. It's a great organization called the Snoop Youth Football League. That's right. I love him. And his friendship with Martha
is the best.
Like, so you thought it maybe was a publicity stunt at the beginning. They're legit friends.
Yes. For years now.
For years now. Next on the dish, friend of the show, Vanessa Williams, became the first black woman to be crowned Miss America. You youngins, you don't know that, but yes, it was a huge deal. But that title got stripped away from her after nude photos of her got published without her permission in Penthouse. Now her story will be the subject of a limited series. Vanessa, this is good news. We wouldn't be doing this if it was some trash movie. Vanessa's going to be involved in this project and told Deadline that there are so many inaccurate and untrue accounts of the events that she was like, I'm going to do this. She said it's not just a story about racy photos. It's about misogyny and racism. The project comes after a few years after the Miss America pageant officially apologized to her. It took them decades to say they're sorry. It is one of those things where, and this isn't a good thing, but how far the pendulum of pop culture has swung. I think you know where I'm going with this. Nowadays, a nude photo leak would propel your career. And back then in 85? Maybe, I think it was 80, I think it was earlier than 89, but anyway, it doesn't matter, the 80s. Back then, it was everywhere, and they treated her like she had murdered somebody.
Right.
And even I, as a kid, I think it was 84, yeah, because I remember even as a little kid, I can remember watching. Remember when TVs were pieces of furniture, the big wooden TVs? I remember sitting in front of my papa's TV, and it didn't even make sense to me, because I just remember going, oh, she's pretty, you know? It's like, why,
she's Miss America.
Why are they yelling, why are people yelling about her? It was bad. They treated her so horribly.
Right, and like you said, the pendulum has swung because she's mega popular, has been nominated for all kinds of awards for the work that she's done. And now Miss America's like, oh, we're so sorry, we apologize. I'm like, yeah, because nobody cares about you anymore.
No.
Like, they love Vanessa.
Yeah.
And I say this is someone related to people in the Miss America family.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the pageant world. And she doesn't get the credit. When you talk about reinvention, Madonna's mentioned all of that. Oh, there's Vanessa on our show a few years ago.
Hey, girl.
Hey. One of the best, she was such a great guest. You all know I'll tell you the truth that people are really bad when they come here. She was so good. My husband ended up driving her around, and she was so kind. And I forgot where I was going with. Oh, mother of invention. People always talk about Madonna, and people talk about Joan Rivers when Joan Rivers' career would go down, and then Joan would reinvent herself. They don't give Vanessa the credit for reinvention. She came back from that. And then went from modeling, she decided to do music. And people like youngins don't know, she had huge hits. Dreamin', I danced to that in my prom.
Remember Colors of the Wind?
Colors.
Version?
I don't know why that's funny that I danced to that song in my prom.
Yeah.
My date was my friend Chris Fisk. Anyway, and then Save the Best for Last.
Yeah.
And then acting.
Right.
So we love you, Vanessa. It's time to meet today. Yeah, you can applaud for Satchels of Gold. Today, it's time to meet today's JVIP. Today we have two. First, Meredith Howe. Oh, I gotta say this, and I don't know all the winners, and I don't have anything to do with the winners. I do know Meredith. I do know, she's so good. She helped out my mom. She's just a great, so I'm glad that the computer picked her, because she says she records the show every day to watch when she gets home with work. We always make her smile no matter what kind of day she's having. Meredith says I remind her that being herself is the most important thing. Another, Joe. Hi, Joe. She says not to ignore the fun and obvious camaraderie of the staff and stars. The single thing that stands out to me is Jason's interview skills. Joe loves that I find insightful questions for not only the famous people, but the locals who have so much to offer. She also loves my no-hold-back reaction, like today, and looks forward every day to be entertained. Thanks, guys. They both get a Jason Show mug, and Meredith is also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes coming to the studio to watch the show, $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $200 gift card from our family at Woodhouse Spa. That's right. We served up the hot dish, but the show isn't done. Here's producer Ted with a look at what's coming up today. Stay with us. Back in a moment.
A new place to sip better. Wine diva Leslie Miller just opened her first wine shop, and she's putting Kendall to work. It's time for Kendall Tries Your 9 to 5 Wine Edition.
By the end of this, we're going to grant you your sommelier status.
Can you say this?
Plus, the best of all time. Rolling Stone names the greatest TV shows ever. And Jason has some thoughts on this list. And how much do you know about the stars of Hocus Pocus? We're testing your knowledge with a fun game. Boil up some witch's brew. The Jason Show is coming right back.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm excited to see this. Hello. Well, sip better. Not sit, sip better. That's right. Sit better, Jace. That's the motto of our resident wine diva, Leslie Miller. And now she's helping us all sip better. I'm so proud of her. At her new wine shop located in the North Loop neighborhood of Minneapolis, Kendall decided to go check out the new digs. But Leslie, because we're like, okay, we'll go. But no. Leslie had other ideas. She wanted to put Kendall to work. So it's our latest in our series, Kendall Tries Your 9 to 5.
This is a moment I have been begging and waiting and looking forward to for 3.5 years. Every time Leslie Miller comes to the show, Jason somehow doesn't need someone to sample it. He's somehow available the whole time. He somehow asks me to stay away from the wine. But you know what, Jason? No more. Today's the day I become like Leslie Miller. Look, I whisper her name and she appears. Leslie, where are we?
We are at my new wine shop, Kendall. It is so exciting. We're basically turning Sip Better into its own brick and mortar. So delicious, healthy, better for you wines. And the best part, they're all affordable. They're all really at a great, awesome price point.
And the second best part is you can sit on the table.
You can. This is totally a Grammable moment. I put this right up here so that you too can come and get your clink clink with your Instagrammable pic.
I'm very blessed to have this opportunity to be a sommelier.
Yes, by the end of this, we're going to grant you your sommelier status.
You say this? Can you say it again? Because did I say it wrong?
Sommelier.
Sommelier.
Yes, got it.
Sommelier.
Yes. We're gonna teach you the ropes. So we're gonna start by looking at the wine. When you hold a wine glass, you wanna hold it by the stem. And when you look at the wine, you actually always look at it away from you and down kind of on an angle. And I'm looking at it basically through the base of my hand because you can start to look at the colors of the wine.
It's like a microscope.
It is. It will tell you a lot about where the wine is grown. In whites, as the wines are a little bit lighter in color, sometimes it could give you an indication that it came from an old world country or basically that it's light-bodied.
It looks white and like I'm gonna have 4 children. No, wait, that's my palm.
This outside rim actually tells you the age of the wine. This is a kind of a thin, clear, watery outside rim, which tells you that the wine is probably 1 to 3 years old.
I was totally gonna say she looks young, no wrinkles.
No
you know
wrinkles
what I mean?
At all, right?
Smooth as butter. Is this
All
part
right.
where we drink it now?
Not yet, not yet. Okay, next, we're going to smell the wine. Ready?
Okay.
Give it a nice big swirl. Now your whole nose goes inside the glass.
Oh my God, we're still not drinking, okay.
We're not drinking yet. Generally, if you smell lots of fruit, it gives you an indication that it comes from a new world country.
Okay.
Basically, countries that are outside of Europe. You smell. What is that? She just wants to go straight to the wine. She just puts her whole mouth and nose inside. Just nose. Just nose. No.
Whatever, you people spit out wine.
Kendall, why are you putting your mouth and your nose? Look, watch. Ready? Kendall.
Okay, fine.
Yay! You passed.
Can you do an impression of Kendall sniffing the wine?
I wanted to get the full effervescence. I don't smell a lot of fruit.
Do you smell like dirt, earth, gravel, sand?
I smell grapes. And lemon.
A lemon.
And grass.
There you go.
Are those adjectives I can use?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, I've got to keep going?
Yep.
Lemon, grass, grape, sunshine, biscuits, gravy.
Biscuits, gravy. It's actually like bright lemony tones to it. Super fresh. Yeah. Good job.
Thanks. Okay, so we
you
drink
moved
now.
on to step 2. We do drink now, Kendall. We do drink. Yes. Okay, ready? All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Why do we do that? I was just drinking it.
You bring the oxygen in through the front of your mouth, and what that does is the air interacts with the phenol.
So what if it comes back out of my mouth?
It's not supposed to come out of your nose or the sides of your mouth.
Want a bit?
Ready to try this again? Okay, that came out my nose.
And Kendall joins me now. Wow. You worked really hard at that.
It's really hard to be a sommelier.
Yeah, because Leslie is,
She really is.
I'm so proud of her. It's a beautiful store.
It's so pretty. I even, after that, we will have an extended cut, Eric tells me, for social media, where I sold a bottle of wine to an unsuspecting customer.
Okay, this is because I want to know, this is what's funny. The series is called Kendall Does Your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
No offense to you or photographer Eric, who I love more than anything. You didn't work. The series is about you working. You just drank.
Are you kidding me? That was hard work, having to sniff and hold and model and be like, I just want to drink it.
You know what's working? What the good people of Bobby and Steve do. Now that's working. Fixing cars.
I should come hang out there.
You should go fixing cars, doing oil changes, putting up with the public.
Oh,
that's
God,
right.
no. Oh.
Having 25-year-olds cry because they can't afford their tire.
I'd take you out to lunch.
Exactly. Hey, to learn more about our friend, it makes me happy when good people get good things. To learn more about Sip Better, I'm still over here. Head to Leslie's website, sipbetter.com. We're going to take a break. We're going to play a game with the audience, plus another list is out. Let's see how mad I get at this one. That and more when we come back. Back in a moment, everyone. Welcome back. You're gonna go work at Bobby and Steve?
I really would. I would.
Well, there are thousands of TV shows to watch these days, but only a few can be considered the best ever. Our friends at Rolling Stone, we'll see how this goes, just named the greatest TV shows of all time, the 100, updating their own list from 2016. Y'all know I will have an opinion about this.
You don't say.
Yeah, you don't say. The list includes newer shows like Squid Game at 95, as well as classic sitcoms like Friends at 49. What? And this is the one that I just want to kick somebody. All in the Family is at 21, which no. You talk about shows that change the world, that's one of them. Let's focus on the top 10 though. Number 10, I'm not going to argue with this one, is the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Okay. Okay, number 9, Atlanta. Yes. Atlanta's really good. I love Donald Glover. I don't know, of all time, I don't know. Well, I do know. I don't agree with that. Number 8 is Cheers. Yes.
Yeah.
You talk about sitcoms, yes. The cultural impact, yes. Number 7, Mad Men. No. The fact that the Mary Tyler Moore Show is below Mad Men, I don't know. Number 6 is Seinfeld. Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. Because I am not a Seinfeld, but I get it. I get it though. I'm not a Seinfeld. I know. I'm not a Seinfeld fan, but I do get it. Moving to I haven't looked at this on purpose because this is going to upset me, I know. Moving to the top 5. Number 5 is a surprise. Fleabag from Amazon Prime.
Huh?
Oh my. Okay.
What?
That is, I just want to stop the segment right now. It won several Emmys a few years ago. It only aired for 3 seasons. Absolutely not. I watched it. I watched Fleabag.
Yeah.
I liked Fleabag. Is it number 5 of all time? To quote Steel Magnolias, are you high, Clary? Number 4 HBO's The Wire. Yes. Now look, I have not watched this. I want to start, but from everybody in my life, because this makes the top 5 in every list, I agree. Leave it right there. Yeah, the show is about police and drug dealers in Baltimore, and it aired in the early 2000s. I do have to watch that. Have you watched it?
I've not watched a single episode of either of those shows.
Yeah, no, The Wire, though, everybody from Alexis to my fan, everybody loves it. Okay, third on the list, Breaking Bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But number 3, though? Okay, we got to go. Okay, number 2, I'm getting the rap. Number 2 is a show that's been on since the 80s. Look. The article says The Simpsons is still relevant to this day. You know what? We could argue that back and forth. Is it number 2 of all time? But you know what I want to know? What's the criteria? Right. Is it cultural impact? Like, how are they judging this? Mm-hmm. Is it best as far as quality? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know what this is going to be. Any guesses on number 1? I have no clue. Here it is. The Sopranos by HBO finished on top. Didn't move anything. It finished number 1 in the same list in 2016. Fine. I mean, okay. 2 shows missing from the list. Dallas. And if you all, the Bobby and C people are like, what? It's my favorite show. And you talk about cultural impact. That's why I want to know what their criteria is.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Dallas and then Not Sliding. Not Sliding I don't expect, but Dallas, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. That's scandalous. It reinvented the cliffhanger. So who shot JR? We've all been a dream. Welcome back. Well, we haven't played a game in a little while. This will be fun. So, attention all millennials, you're gonna love this. Only 1 day to go until the Sanderson sisters return. Hocus Pocus, I know. Believe me, Hocus Pocus 2, y'all been waiting for it for decades, hits Disney Plus tomorrow. It is, of course, the sequel to the cult classic from 1993 with Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy returning as the evil witches trying to cause mayhem in modern-day Salem. Hocus Pocus is the inspiration for today's game time. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. The game is called Bet, SJ, or Kathy. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to read a statement about one of the stars of the movie. And you have to guess who that fun fact is about. For example, she's married to Matthew Broderick. Ding, 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 ding. Sarah Jessica Parker. Okay, playing today, and I'll never forget their names because they're wearing name tags. That's right, Miss Joy and Marjorie, everyone. There we go. Aaron Schwab knows. She goes, okay, I'm going to write it here, and here's the good news. They're wearing name tags, so that's good. Okay, buzz in as soon as you know. Here we go. First fun fact.
No.
Her first Broadway role was in 1976.
Oh.
Marjorie.
Bette Midler.
No. Over to you.
The other lady.
We're going to give it to you. That's right. SJP. That's it.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the other lady. That's right. Okay, here we go. Next. Oh, God, I love you. Here we go. She appeared as a contestant on the $25,000 pyramid before getting famous. Bet, SJ, or Kathy Najimy? Marjorie.
Kathy Najimy.
You are right. You are right.
The other lady.
Or as Miss Joy calls her, the other lady. That's right. Here we go. She is one of 8 children. Who is it, Miss Joy? SJP, Kathy, or Bet?
Kathy.
No. Over to you.
Bet?
No. SJP. No points awarded there, okay? Here we go. It's all right. It's okay. We still have 2 minutes. She's won 3 Emmy Awards. Bet, SJ, or Kathy? Miss Joy.
Bette Midler.
Yes! Miss Joy is on the board. And one of those was for her appearance on the second to last episode of The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Here we go. Bet, SJ, or Kathy. She had an Elvis impersonator officiate her wedding. Marjorie.
Kathy?
No, over to you. SJ or Bette Midler?
Bette Midler.
Yes! 2 in a row, Miss Joy. Okay, here we go. SJP, Bette or Kathy? She's been married to her husband for 25 years and okay, Marjorie.
Watch, I'm gonna get it wrong now.
Okay.
SJP.
Right. You're right. And she has 3 kids as well.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Bette, SJP, or Kathy? This woman was valedictorian of her high school class. Miss Joy.
Kathy.
No. Over to you. SJP or Bette Midler?
SJP.
No. Bette Midler. No points awarded there. Okay. Here we go. This woman's husband has appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno more than 15 times. Bette, SJ, or Kathy?
SJP.
No. Over to you. Bette or Kathy?
Bette.
No.
Matthew Broderick.
Kathy to Jimmy. That's right. He's a singer. I didn't know who he was. Here we go. Okay, here we have what? One more? Here we go. This woman was voted most talkative and most dramatic by her high school class. Miss Joy.
Kathy.
No. Bette or SJ?
Bette.
You are right. You are right. Okay, I lied. One more. One of these women wore a black dress on her wedding day. Was it Bette, SJ, or Kathy?
SJP.
You are right. It is SJP. Is that it? That is it. Let's give it up for the players. Oh my goodness.
Best prizes
all
time.
This is fantastic. Aaron has your prize. You're both going home with the Hocus Pocus 2 prize. Aaron, turn around. You're showing your there we go. Yeah, I want you the best angle. Not this beautiful angle. That's right. Yeah, my love. That's right.
I have a hoodie obsession. This is perfect.
They get a Hocus Pocus 2 prize package. Be sure to catch Hocus Pocus 2 streaming on Disney Plus starting tomorrow. That's right. Come here, Aaron. Come here. This is Aaron's front side. There she is. That's right. We'll be right back, everybody. Back in a moment. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Don't forget, everyone, you guys asked for it for 8 seasons, and it's finally here. You can now order your own Jason Show mug and merch. That's right. You've been asking. Our swag shop is open for business, offering mugs, t-shirt, water bottles, ashtrays, cigarette lighters, beer.
Shot glasses, too.
I really do want a beer opener. But anyway, if you aim your app, your camera app at the QR code right now on the screen, it'll take you right to the shop. My mom always says, Jason, leave that up longer. It takes people a little while to get their phone. We posted links on our Facebook and Instagram pages as well. Keep an eye on the site because we plan on adding some new items very shortly. Yeah, we're going to constantly, you're going to love the new round of stuff. It's really cool. And then when you get your stuff, take a picture with it, and we're going to do a montage on Mondays. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Merch Monday, girl. Take that picture. Hey, it's time for our surprise goodbye. Here we go. You know how this works? I don't know what's in this segment until I read it right now. Today, pumpkin spice goes too far. An online jewelry store is now selling pumpkin spice latte engagement rings. Here it is, featured a whipped cream-shaped diamond surrounded by orange sapphires and a cup-shaped claw. The ring is supposed to look like a PSL. It even says pumpkin spiced inside the band. And you can find it on angelicdiamonds.com. The price, $11,300. If someone gave that to me, we would not have an engagement. Go out there and be yourself. No one can tell you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody.